20 winter veggies you can plant in November for a thriving cold season garden right now. Hey friends, welcome back to Earthly Delights. Tell me if this sounds like you. It's November, the air's getting chilly, you're wrapped in a hoodie on the couch scrolling on your phone, and you're half convinced that gardening season is over. Maybe you've packed away your tools, maybe you only have a tiny backyard, a balcony, or a couple of sad pots by the kitchen door. You love plants, you dream of harvesting your own food, but you also work long hours, fight screen fatigue, and secretly wonder, maybe I just don't have the time or the talent. If that's you, this video is exactly for you. You're the cozy, curious, slightly tired plant lover who wants real results without turning gardening into a full-time job. You want practical, easy steps, not complicated charts. And today, I'm going to show you that November isn't the end of your garden year. It's your secret season. Because right now, in this cool, quiet month, you can plant 20 powerful veggies that actually prefer the cold and will reward you well into winter and spring. If you care about turning your small space into a living, growing sanctuary, make sure you subscribe to Earthly Delights and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next chapters of this November garden journey. Part 1. Shifting into your November mindset. The secret season begins. Now that we've opened the door to this colder, quieter month, let's ease into a new way of seeing November, because this is where everything changes. You see, most people think gardening ends when the days get shorter. They pack up their tools, sigh dramatically, and wait for spring like it's some distant promise. But you're here because you're different. You're the kind of gardener who wants calm, steady progress. Someone who loves checking on their plants with a warm cup of tea in hand. Someone who doesn't want rushing or overwhelm, just simple, reliable growth. And November is built for people exactly like you. The sun softens, the air cools, and suddenly the pressure disappears. No more fighting pests, no more scorching heat, no more feeling like your plants are demanding more than you can give. Instead, this month invites you to plant slowly, deliberately, and confidently, even if you only have a balcony rail or a narrow corner of your backyard. Think of November as a reset button, a gentle month where your garden no longer races but simply breathes. And as you step into this mindset, you'll realize something freeing. You're not behind, you're not late, and you're definitely not out of time. In fact, you're right on schedule. So let's take this calm beginning and build something beautiful together. One cool season crop at a time. Part 2, your November game plan. Light, frost, and the simple setups that make everything easier. Now that your mindset is shifting into this slow and steady season, let's talk about what November gardening actually looks like. Because the truth is, you don't need perfect conditions. You just need to understand how this month works. November brings shorter days, softer sunlight, and colder nights. But instead of seeing those as obstacles, think of them as the gentle rules your garden follows. Cold-loving veggies thrive when the world quiets down. They don't need blazing sun or endless attention. They just need a place to root and a gardener who checks in every now and then. And here's the best part. Your setup can be as simple or as creative as your life allows. Maybe you have a raised bed that's already resting in the corner of your yard, waiting for something new. Maybe you garden from a balcony with a few sturdy pots. Or maybe your entire garden fits into containers lined up beside the kitchen door, catching that precious slice of afternoon sun. All of these spaces are enough, more than enough, to grow a surprisingly generous winter garden. If frost worries you, don't let it. A layer of mulch, a light row cover, or even a simple hoop of PVC with fabric draped over it can make a world of difference. But remember, you only use what fits your lifestyle. Winter gardening isn't about doing more. It's about doing just enough to keep things growing through the calm of the season. And with that foundation in place, we're ready to meet the true heroes of November. The veggies that thrive exactly when everything else slows down. Part 3, the allium backbone. Your reliable winter workhorses. As we step into the heart of November planting, it's time to meet the crops that quietly anchor your entire cold season garden. These are the alliums, garlic, onions, leeks, resilient, steady growers that don't rush, don't complain, and don't need much from you. They're the perfect companions for busy gardeners who want confidence without constant care. Garlic, the winter champion. Every gardener should plant garlic as the quiet hero of the November garden. And if you plant only one thing this month, let it be this. There's something almost magical about tucking those little cloves into cool soil, knowing they'll spend winters silently working beneath the surface. While the rest of your garden rests, garlic is busy rooting, settling in, and preparing for that explosive spring growth. And the best part? It asks almost nothing from you in return. Whether you grow in raised beds, backyard rows, or a simple pot on the patio, garlic thrives with minimal attention. Hardneck varieties bring bold flavor and beautiful scapes in spring, while softnecks store incredibly well for months in your kitchen. For gardeners with busy schedules, limited space, or even a history of accidentally neglecting plants, garlic is forgiveness in plant form. Just plant, mulch, and let winter do the work. Come early summer, you'll harvest bulbs bursting with flavor. Your own homegrown reminder that even in the quietest season, growth is always happening beneath the surface. Bulbing onions, slow-growing lights of the coming spring. Bulbing onions are the steady, patient growers of your November garden. Plants that don't mind taking their time. When you sow them now, you're giving them the quiet months they need to develop strong roots before the daylight returns. And for many of you watching, especially those juggling full-time jobs, family, or small urban spaces, bulbing onions are a perfect fit. They don't demand constant checking, just a cozy spot in the soil and a bit of winter protection if your nights dip especially low. As the days slowly lengthen in late winter, something almost miraculous happens. These little seedlings begin to swell, turning into the plump, fragrant onions that will flavor your meals for months. Growing them now means you're already thinking ahead to spring salsas, summer stir-fries, and those moments when you realize you didn't need the store. You grew your own. These onions reward patience with abundance, quietly preparing beneath the surface until the season shifts in their favor. If you're dreaming of a garden that supports your kitchen all year long, November is when your onion story begins. Shallots, the gourmet treasure for every home garden. Shallots might be small, but they bring a depth of flavor that feels almost luxurious. And November is the perfect time to get them started. If you love cooking, or even if you're just trying to eat a little better at home, shallots are a game changer. They grow much like garlic, forming clusters beneath the soil, and their elegant sweetness elevates every dish they touch. For gardeners with limited space, they're a blessing. Compact, tidy, and incredibly productive. Planting shallots in November gives them the cool, steady environment they adore. They don't mind short days, they don't fuss about frost, and they quietly multiply while winter unfolds around them. By late spring, you'll lift a handful of golden bulbs that store beautifully and stretch your harvest well into the warm months. For those of you who crave simplicity in your gardening, something easy, rewarding, and undeniably delicious, shallots are the winter crop that pays you back in flavor and confidence. They prove that even the smallest plant can make your garden feel wonderfully abundant. Leeks, the gentle giants of the winter garden. Leeks are the calm, dependable giants of your cool season patch, tall, elegant, and wonderfully unfazed by the cold. Planting them in November means giving them months of gentle temperatures to slowly thicken into those creamy white stalks that turn every winter soup into comfort in a bowl. What makes leeks especially perfect for busy gardeners is their patience. They don't mind growing slowly. They don't bolt in cool weather. And they'll happily stay in the ground long after they reach size, waiting for you to harvest when life gives you a spare moment. If you only have a small raised bed or even a deep containers, leeks still thrive. Their narrow footprint lets you slip them between other crops, adding structure and beauty without crowding your garden. And when you finally pull one from the soil, you'll feel that satisfying weight in your hand, proof that cold season gardening offers some of the most rewarding harvests of all. With leeks in the ground, your winter garden gains both flavor and quiet elegance. Bunching onions. Your endless supply of fresh green flavor. Bunching onions are the true everyday heroes of November planting. Unlike bulbing onions, these never form large bulbs underground. They put all their energy into producing crisp, fragrant green shoots that regrow again and again after each harvest. For anyone with a busy life, a tight schedule, or a tiny growing space, bunching onions are a dream come true. Snip the tops for salads, eggs, noodles, or stir-fries, and within days, new shoots appear like clockwork. They're incredibly cold-hardy, happy in raised beds, balcony pots, window boxes, even tucked between your other winter veggies. Their resilience makes them perfect for new gardeners who need a confidence boost, and for seasoned growers who want steady harvest with almost no effort. With just a little water and an occasional sprinkle of compost, bunching onions keep giving all winter long. Plant them now, and you'll have a fresh, homegrown garnish at your fingertips anytime you want to brighten a meal. Part 4. Sweet roots for cold days, turning frost into flavor. As we move deeper into November's rhythm, it's time to explore the vegetables that absolutely adore the cold, root crops that grow sweeter, richer, and more flavorful with every chilly night. These are the quiet treasures of winter gardening, hiding beneath the soil while the world slows down above. And for you, the home gardener seeking comfort, reliability, and delicious rewards, these roots will become some of your most satisfying cold season companions. Carrots, the frost-kissed sweethearts of the winter garden. Carrots are one of those rare crops that actually improve as temperatures drop. When November settles in and the nights turn crisp, carrots respond by concentrating their natural sugars, becoming sweeter than anything you'll ever buy in a store. Planting them now means giving them the cool, steady conditions they love, conditions that help them grow slowly, deeply, and full of flavor. For gardeners who crave a harvest that feels like a small reward after a long day, few things beat pulling a bright orange carrot from cold soil, brushing it off, and tasting that fresh snap. Carrots are also wonderfully flexible. If your garden space is limited, don't worry. Shorter or round varieties thrive in pots, grow bags, and smaller raised beds. And if you love having a little something to harvest year-round, try sowing small rows every couple of weeks. This keeps your garden in a gentle cycle of replenishment, giving you a steady supply instead of one overwhelming flush. Even if you're someone who forgets to check on your plants now and then, carrots forgive easily. Let them linger a bit longer, and they'll only get sweeter. Parsnips, the caramel cousins. That love the deep cold parsnips are often overlooked, but once you grow them, you'll wonder how they ever slipped past your winter radar. These creamy white roots thrive in chilly weather and become incredibly sweet, almost caramel-like after a few good frosts. November is an ideal time to sow them because they don't mind slow, steady growth, and they're content to spend months beneath the soil, developing rich, comforting flavor. For home gardeners who want a crop that practically takes care of itself, parsnips are a quiet gift. They grow much like carrots, but reach deeper and develop a heartier texture, perfect for roasting, slow cooking, or adding to winter soups. If you're someone who cooks to unwind after long days, parsnips will fit beautifully into your routine, offering a homegrown ingredient that transforms any simple dish into something warm and nourishing. They're patient plants, happy to wait for you, even if life gets busy and you can't harvest right away. Leave them in the ground until you need them, and they'll only get sweeter with time. Beets, the sweet, colorful powerhouses of the cold season. Beets are one of the most rewarding crops you can plant in November. They're vibrant, nutrient-rich, and incredibly cold-hardy, perfect for gardeners who want beauty and productivity wrapped into one plant. What makes beets especially appealing is their two-in-one harvest. Not only do you get those deep, earthy roots that roast into pure sweetness, but their leafy tops are edible too, tender enough for sautés or salads. For anyone trying to eat healthier without complicating life, beets offer effortless nourishment straight from your garden. In the quiet months of winter, beets grow slowly and steadily, developing richer flavor as the temperature drops. They thrive in raised beds, backyard soil, and even deep containers, making them accessible whether you have a large garden or just a small patio space. November plantings will mature in the cool weeks ahead, giving you a dependable supply when most gardens are resting. And if you're someone who loves a pop of color in every corner, the red and golden varieties will brighten your winter beds with real charm. Turnips, versatile, fast-growing, and surprisingly sweet. Turnips might not be the first crop that comes to mind, but once you grow them in cold weather, you'll understand why they deserve a spot in every November garden. These hardy roots thrive when temperatures dip, becoming crisp, juicy, and unexpectedly sweet after a light frost. Whether you choose small salad turnips that you can eat raw like apples, or larger storage types perfect for roasting in soups, turnips adapt beautifully to your needs and your schedule. For gardeners juggling work, family, and daily responsibilities, turnips offer quick wins. Many varieties mature in just a few weeks, giving you that encouraging sense of progress when everything else seems to be growing slowly. They're equally comfortable in containers, raised beds, or narrow garden rows. Their leafy greens are edible too, peppery, nutritious, and ideal for sautés or stir-fries. When you plant turnips in November, you're investing in a crop that rewards you twice, once with fresh greens, and again with tender roots that brighten winter meals with homegrown comfort. Radishes, the fastest confidence boost in your garden. Radishes are the sprinters of the cool season garden. If you're impatient, curious, or simply craving a quick win, these little roots are your perfect match. Plant them in November and watch how quickly they respond, often germinating within days and maturing in as little as 3 to 4 weeks. For new gardeners who feel unsure or for busy growers who want something effortless, radishes offer instant gratification. Their speed alone rebuilds confidence. Their reliability makes you feel like a pro. But beyond their quick growth, radishes are incredibly cold tolerant and surprisingly versatile. They thrive in small pots, tucked corners, and tight spaces where other crops might struggle. You can sow them between slower growing veggies like carrots or leeks, using them as natural markers, while the rest of your garden catches up. And when it's time to harvest, you'll pull up crisp, colorful roots with a flavor that's sharp, refreshing, and uniquely yours. For anyone wanting a lively, low-commitment addition to their November garden, radishes are the perfect place to start. Part 5. Leafy greens that thrive in sweater weather. As the air turns cooler and the days grow shorter, this is the moment when leafy greens truly come alive. These plants don't just tolerate November, they celebrate it, unfolding tender leaves and rich colors in the kind of gentle chill that makes other crops slow down. And for you, the home gardener seeking steady harvests, simple meals, and a connection to something living during the colder months, these greens become the heartbeat of your winter garden, offering freshness exactly when you crave it most. Mustard greens, the bold, fast-growing stars of the cold season. Mustard greens are the firecrackers of your November garden, quick, vibrant, and bursting with personality. If you've ever wished for a crop that grows almost faster than you can cook it, mustard greens are your answer. The moment these seeds hit the cool soil, they seem to spring into action, unfurling leaves with a speed that surprises even experienced gardeners. And the flavor? Bright, peppery, slightly spicy, exactly the kind of kick that wakes up winter dishes and adds life to simple meals. For gardeners with limited time or limited space, mustard greens are a gift. They tolerate frost with ease, shrug off pests that usually trouble leafy crops, and keep growing back even after generous harvests. Whether you plant them in a roomy raised bed or a humble pot on the balcony, they reward you with lush growth that asks for very little in return. And because they mature quickly, you can sow them in small batches throughout the season, ensuring a constant supply of fresh, tender leaves. Their resilience makes them perfect for anyone who wants to feel successful in the garden right away. Even if you're juggling a hectic schedule or still learning the ropes, mustard greens will make you feel like you've been gardening for years. Kale, the frost-loving classic that never lets you down. Kale is the dependable friend of the winter garden, the plant that stays strong when everything else begins to fade. Planting kale in November sets you up for a season of steady harvests, rich nutrition, and leafy abundance that lasts well beyond the coldest days. What makes kale so special is its ability to transform in cold weather. As frost touches the leaves, they become sweeter, softer, and more complex in flavor, turning humble meals into something deeply satisfying. Whether you choose curly kale, dinosaur kale, or the beautifully hardy Russian varieties, each type brings its own texture and charm. And for you, whether you're gardening in a spacious yard or a small patio, kale adapts easily. It thrives in raised beds, containers, and even tucked into corners you didn't think could grow much of anything. Its long lifespan means one planting can offer months of harvest simply by snipping the outer leaves and letting the plant keep producing. Kale is also forgiving, a trait every busy gardener appreciates. Miss a watering? It bounces back. Cold snap overnight? It toughens up. Short days? It keeps going. For anyone looking to build confidence, nourish their body, or add a little more beauty to the winter landscape, kale stands as a quiet, resilient reminder that growth continues, even in the cold. Collard greens, the hardy winter guardian of your garden. Collard greens are the quiet powerhouses of the cold season, broad, sturdy leaves that stand tall when temperatures dip and frosts settle in. If you plant collards in November, you're choosing a crop that doesn't just survive winter, it thrives in it. In fact, collards are often even more cold-hardy than kale, embracing chilly nights and coming back stronger, sweeter, and more flavorful each time. For gardeners craving something reliable and nourishing, collards are a perfect match. Their deep, earthy taste makes them ideal for slow-cooked winter meals. Soups, stews, stir-fries, all those comforting dishes you reach for when life feels a little heavy. And if you've got limited time or a busy routine, you'll appreciate how low-maintenance collards truly are. They don't fuss about soil, they don't demand constant attention, and they grow beautifully in raised beds, backyard plots, or large containers. Harvest the leaves as you need them, and the plant keeps giving week after week, well into spring. Collards are the kind of crop that makes you feel grounded. A reminder that even during the colder, quieter months, your garden can stay abundant, strong, and full of life. Swiss chard. The colorful cold weather showstopper, Swiss chard is where practicality meets beauty in the November garden. With its vibrant stems, ruby red, sunshine yellow, soft pinks, and glowing oranges, chard adds a burst of color to the winter landscape while offering tender, nutrient-rich leaves you can harvest again and again. Planting chard in November means you'll enjoy a leafy companion that handles cold like a champ, bouncing back after frost and continuing to grow whenever temperatures give it the slightest break. For gardeners who love both aesthetics and practicality, chard is irresistible. It thrives in beds or containers, making it perfect for small patios, balconies, or decorative garden corners. And because it's a cut-and-come-again crop, you can harvest outer leaves regularly while the plant continues producing fresh growth. The flavor is mild and versatile, great for sautés, grain bowls, omelets, pastas, or simply adding a splash of color to your meals. Swiss chard has a way of lifting your spirits just by being present. On cold mornings when everything else looks a little dull, those jewel-toned stems glow with quiet confidence. It's a reminder that even winter can be colorful, and that your garden can nourish both your body and your senses all season long. Part C, your winter salad station. Tender greens for quick, fresh harvests. As we move into the next chapter of your November garden, it's time to welcome the crops that bring brightness to even the coldest days, your salad greens. These are the gentle, fast-growing plants that thrive when the sun is soft and the air is crisp, offering you fresh bowls of leafy goodness right when you crave something light and homegrown. For gardeners with busy schedules, small spaces, or a desire for quick, satisfying harvests, this part of the garden becomes a soothing daily ritual. A handful of leaves, a breath of cold air, and a reminder that even winter has its tender moments. Cold hardy leaf lettuce, your fresh, fast, cut-and-come-again companion. Cold hardy leaf lettuces are the gentle heartbeat of a November garden, soft, tender, and surprisingly tough when temperatures drop. Unlike big romaine or iceberg heads that struggle in frost, these leafy varieties actually prefer the cool season. Plant them now and you'll have a living salad bar right outside your door, ready to harvest leaf by leaf whenever you need a burst of freshness. For busy gardeners or anyone working long hours, this is the perfect crop. Fast-growing, forgiving, and happy in raised beds, containers, or even a simple window box. What makes these lettuces especially rewarding is how quickly they become part of your daily rhythm. Step outside, pinch a few leaves, and suddenly dinner feels brighter and more alive. And because they're cut and come again, a single planting can feed you for weeks. If you're someone seeking simple routines that bring calm into your day, tending to these cold-loving greens will become a moment of peace. A small reminder that life grows gently, even in the cold. Spinach, the cool weather classic packed with winter strength. Spinach is a true cold season champion, and November is one of the best times to plant it. This leafy green loves chilly air and low light, growing slowly but steadily into thick, deep green leaves packed with flavor and nutrients. What gardeners appreciate most is how beautifully spinach fits into real life. Whether you have a small patio box, a deep pot by your back steps, or a raised bed, spinach will settle in and thrive with minimal fuss. The secret to winter success is choosing a cold hardy variety and giving the plants a bit of protection during the harshest nights. After that, spinach practically raises itself. It rewards you with leaves that taste far richer than anything store-bought, perfect for omelets, soups, warm salads, or smoothies. For anyone hoping to eat healthier without complicating their routine, spinach is a small, steady gift. It's the plant that reminds you nourishment doesn't need to be loud or flashy. It just needs a quiet place to grow. Arugula, rocket. the peppery burst that grows at lightning speed. Arugula is the wild child of your November salad garden, fast, feisty, and full of personality. Plant it now, and within a week you'll see tiny leaves emerging, eager to grow despite the chill. In just a few more weeks, you'll be harvesting spicy, lemony greens that transform even the simplest meal. For gardeners who crave quick results or need a confidence boost, arugula is unbeatable. It grows faster than almost any other winter crop and thrives in cooler temperatures where other greens slow down. What makes arugula especially lovable is how easily it adapts to small spaces. A narrow balcony planter, a shallow pot, a corner of your raised bed. It doesn't ask for much space or sunlight. And because it grows so quickly, you can sow small patches repeatedly for a steady stream of fresh leaves all winter long. If you're someone who enjoys bold flavors or loves topping pizzas, pastas, and sandwiches with something fresh, arugula will become one of your favorite crops. It's proof that your garden can stay lively and energetic, even in the coldest months. Part 7, the Winter Herb Trio: Flavor, Fragrance, and Cold Season Confidence. As your November garden takes shape, it's time to welcome the plants that bring pure magic to winter cooking, your hardy herbs. These fragrant, flavorful companions thrive when the air turns crisp, offering freshness right when your meals need it most. And for you, the home gardener juggling work, life, and the desire for something simple yet rewarding, these herbs become little pockets of joy. A quick snip here, a handful there, and suddenly your cold season dishes feel brighter, warmer, and undeniably homegrown. Cilantro, coriander, the cool, loving herb that shines in winter. Cilantro is one of the most misunderstood herbs. Everyone thinks it loves heat, when in reality it thrives in the cool embrace of late fall and winter. Plant it in November, and you'll finally see cilantro the way it's meant to grow. Slowly, steadily, and without bolting at the first hint of warm weather. For gardeners who love making fresh salsas, pho, curries, or bright herbal dressings, this is the season when cilantro truly becomes your friend. What makes cilantro so rewarding in November is its simplicity. It doesn't demand strong sunlight or perfect soil. It just wants cool weather and a bit of space to unfurl those feathery leaves. Whether you grow it in raised beds, window boxes, or small patio containers, cilantro will fill your garden with fragrance and color. And because winter slows the plant's urge to flower, you'll enjoy longer harvests with less stress. It's perfect for busy gardeners who want flavor without fuss, and for anyone who's ever felt disappointed by summer cilantro that bolts too fast. Parsley, the steady, resilient herb that keeps giving. Parsley is one of the toughest herbs you can grow in winter. It may look delicate with its frilly, bright green leaves, but don't underestimate it. Parsley can handle frost, cold winds, and short days without losing its charm. Plant it in November, and you're investing in an herb that will often last through winter, into spring, and sometimes even cycle into early summer if the conditions are right. For gardeners who want both beauty and practicality, parsley offers the perfect balance. Its flavor is fresh and clean, making it a natural addition to soups, roasted vegetables, salads, and homemade sauces. And because parsley grows steadily in cold weather, you can snip leaves as needed without worrying about overwhelming the plant. It thrives tucked beneath shrubs, nestled between winter greens, or even in pots near your kitchen door, anywhere it can catch a bit of light and enjoy the cool temperatures. For the home gardener seeking low-maintenance abundance, parsley becomes a quiet, dependable companion that's always ready to elevate your meals. Dill, the fragrant winter accent with delicate strength. Dill brings a soft, feathery beauty to your November garden, along with a fragrance that instantly reminds you of cozy winter cooking. Its fresh, slightly tangy flavor brightens soups, roasted roots, salads, and homemade pickles, making it a must-have herb for cold season meals. When planted in November, dill grows slowly and steadily, adapting to the changing temperatures and rewarding you with tender leaves that taste far better than anything you'll find in a store. What makes dill especially perfect for winter gardeners is its surprising resilience. While it looks delicate, it can handle light frosts and chilly nights with ease, especially when planted in multiple spots around your garden. Tuck it between leafy greens, nestle it near your raised beds, or grow it in containers. The more places you sow it, the better your chances of having a constant supply. And if you're someone who loves adding quick bursts of freshness to your dishes, dill will become a winter favorite. It's a gentle reminder that even in the cold, your garden can stay fragrant, flavorful, and full of life. Part 8. Simple winter care. Tiny habits that keep your garden thriving. Now that your November garden is brimming with life, from sweet roots to leafy greens and fragrant herbs, it's time to talk about the gentle rhythm that keeps everything growing. The beauty of winter gardening is that it doesn't demand perfection. Instead, it asks for presence, small, steady habits that fit easily into your everyday life. Once a week, take a slow walk through your garden, even if it's just a few pots on your balcony or a couple of raised beds by the fence. Feel the soil with your fingertips. In winter, plants don't need constant watering, but they appreciate deep drinks when the soil is dry. Remove yellowing leaves, top your containers with a little compost, and celebrate the small changes. A new leaf of kale, a row of carrot tops, the scent of fresh cilantro on cold air. If frost is coming, a lightweight fabric or even an old sheet can protect your tender greens. Root crops don't mind the chill. In fact, many grow sweeter. And if you're growing in containers, pull them a little closer to the house for extra warmth. These gentle rituals aren't chores, they're grounding moments. A chance to breathe, reset, and connect with something steady in a world that moves too fast. Your winter garden doesn't ask you to hustle. It simply invites you to show up, a few minutes at a time, and let nature meet you halfway. Your November garden, your quiet victory. And just like that, you've built a winter garden, one that grows quietly beneath the cool November sky, one that matches your pace, your routines, and your desire for something simple, yet deeply rewarding. From hardy roots to vibrant greens and fragrant herbs, every plant you've added this season becomes a reminder that growth doesn't disappear when the world gets colder. It simply shifts into a calmer rhythm. Think back to the moment you started this video, maybe unsure, maybe feeling a little behind, maybe wondering if November was too late. And look at you now. You've discovered 20 powerful veggies that thrive exactly when the days are shortest, and you've created a space that nourishes both your kitchen and your spirit. This garden, whether it's a full backyard bed or a few pots on your balcony, is proof that you don't need perfect conditions to grow something meaningful. You just need to start. As winter settles in, let your garden be a small sanctuary. Harvest a handful of spinach for breakfast. Pull a sweet, frost-kissed carrot when you need a moment of joy. Snip cilantro or parsley when you want your cooking to taste alive. These tiny choices, scattered through your week, are your quiet victories. The kind that remind you that even in the coldest season, you're still creating, nurturing, and growing. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which veggie will you plant first this November? Or maybe you're planting all 20. Either way, share your plans in the comments so we can grow together as a community. And if this guide inspired you, make sure you subscribe to Earthly Delights, hit the notification bell, and join us for more stories, tips, and cozy garden wisdom. Your next harvest is already waiting.